Hello everyone. I actually have a bit of difficulty seeing me today. We are out on a run, but we're going to be doing the run a little differently than usual today because my local rugby stadium has actually started doing running as a way to try and encourage the local communities to get fit and healthy. Seeing as I've got to do 7.5k today, I decided I'm going to run to the rugby stadium, do the running there, and then run home. Don't know if it'll work, don't know if I'll cover the whole distance, but we can at least try. There you go, we've done it. We went for a run and I've got currently on my 1k cool down. Oh, I'm tired. Okay, across this road. Currently on my 1k cool down. I'll be honest, I'm knackered, but I've actually done well today. My calves didn't really cramp, so I've definitely had plenty of rest. I've definitely stayed nice and hydrated today. Truth be told, I don't actually know how far I've run because I don't know how well my Garmin has tracked me inside the stadium. For all I know, I've potentially run a lot further than I think I have, but we'll find out. Oh, I need a quick walk. It's the cool down, I'm allowed to walk. We did it, we've been out for another run. Got another run tomorrow. Got a nice little 8k tomorrow, but it's an easy 8k. And I'm currently debating whether or not to push it to Sunday and have a rest.
So it's Thursday night. I've not been on a run today. Originally I was going to run in the morning, and then my ankle still felt a little bit swollen and sore from yesterday's run, so I thought I'll just give them a bit more of a rest. I'll go to work, I'll do my work stuff, and then I'll do my run when I get home. And I did get home with plenty of time to do my run. However, I don't know what it was about today, but for some reason my feet were slipping a lot inside my wellies, because I've had to wear my wellies recently due to the rains and stuff and the heavy mud, which is getting better. It's actually been really nice this week, but there's still quite a lot of mud around, so I've still been using my wellies. And for some reason, my feet were sliding around a lot in my wellies today, to the point where I've actually got a blister on the base of my heel. Now, it's only a small one. I'm not going to show you because that'd just be weird. It's only a small one. It's a very, very, very small one, and it's just where my heel has been rubbing against the base or sole of my wellies. But it was enough. It was big enough and it was sore enough to cause me to not be able to go on my run tonight. Basically, every step was agony. It got to the end of the day of my shifts, of my work, of my dog walks, and every single step was agony. Pure agony. So I decided I'm not going to run today. I will divert my run until next week if I have to, and just give myself another day or so rest, because on Saturday I believe I'm running either 14 or 16k. Again, last time I ran 16k, it didn't go very well. I was in quite a lot of pain by the end of it. And typically, the last time I run 16k was the week before my last half marathon, which I didn't end up getting to do because of injury. It was injury that was in my tendons, and thankfully, as of yet, I do not have that same injury. I am not injured, and I am finding the longer runs. I'm finding the 8Ks easier. It's still difficult, it's still hard, it's still very draining, but I'm finding them slightly easier. And I am hoping and I am praying that I survive the half marathon next week, because as of yet, there is still every intention to do it. There is still every intention to run this 16k at the weekend, because I need to in order to prepare for the big one the week after. I am a bit gutted I didn't go on my run today, and I've not got an extra run in this week, but I do have a 16k on Saturday, as well as going to my best friend's to celebrate Chinese New Year. Even though Chinese New Year was last week, we're still celebrating this weekend because last weekend we celebrated her baby shower. So we are going to my friends this weekend to celebrate Chinese New Year, and we're going for Malaysian food, I believe, on Friday evening. On Sunday, I believe we're going for a meal with Jason's parents. So it's a very busy weekend. It's a very busy weekend again. And I knew this was coming. Like, it's from February when my weekends start to get busy, and I am trying to take a step back and say, right, okay, I need time to myself. I need time to video edit. I need time to make things and do things. I need to put time aside for my training more than anything. And I am being very careful about it, and I am being very careful about what I say yes to and what I say no to. But because of that, I have decided to say no to my run today due to the blister, and move my run to next week. So I've got 4 runs next week instead of 3. I believe I've got an 8k scheduled for Saturday as well, but I think that's going to depend on how well I survive the 16k on Saturday. We are going to see. I did contemplate doing some Tap Brothers training tonight instead, even though today is meant to be a cardio day, because I didn't do any Tap Brothers training yesterday, because I did the run yesterday. However, because, again, of the blister on the bottom of my foot, it's quite painful to put any weight on my foot at the moment, and there's quite a lot of weight bearing in the movement thing on your feet. So I'm going to let my foot rest and heal from the blistering. I'm just going to focus on video editing tonight because this is the first night I've actually had opportunity to video edit since we went on holiday. So I'm going to take full advantage of it and get some video editing done tonight and see what tomorrow does bring. Hello everyone, it is currently Friday and I'm out walking with the dogs. I've got one over there, I've got one over there. They're currently playing a game called Find a Treat. I find it a bit sod's law today. Let me explain why. Today, currently Friday the something of February, I think it's the 7th. I think it's the 7th of February. Today I posted a video, and that video was week 36.1, and in that video I was explaining how I had a bad start to my walks on that particular day because on my very first walk I fell over and smashed myself all over some very, 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 very stony path and sliced my knee open and sliced my hands open. Oh, literally just this minute started my group walk and I've tripped over that step there and gone crashing onto here. So I'm a bit battered and bruised at the moment. Oh, and somehow I also smashed my face onto the stone as well. How the heck I've not actually injured my face, I'll never know. I swear to God, it's windy. It's windy. Wind is not helping right now. Problem is I can't record in the wind because I know you can't hear me. Wind! Stop for 3 seconds. So basically, like I said, I posted week 36.1 where I fell over and smashed my knee in and smashed my hand in. And I've gone and done the exact same thing today. The exact same thing. Different location, but I somehow, when I got out my car, one of my laces had come undone. I hadn't realised. And it had actually got caught on the hook of one of my other laces, or the hook on the opposite shoe. So essentially my shoes tied themselves together. So I went flying, literally went flying. I tried to take a step, the step did not happen, and I just crashed to the floor, which was not fun. So I now have cuts on my hands again, almost identical to the ones I had last time, and I have a nice big red patch on my knee where my knee is bleeding. On the plus side, at least it didn't tear open my leggings this time. At least I can use my leggings again a different day. But yeah, sod's law, literally. It's almost like fate. It's like something new. It's like, oh, you fell over. We need to do that again. So good thing I've not got a run planned for today because I would not be able to do it right now. I would not be able to go on a run right now with my knee like this. The thing is, I'm meant to be doing a 16k tomorrow. 16k. How the frick am I going to do 16k on a bad leg? And sod's law, I was actually just thinking, this is the exact same time that I fell over last time. What I mean is, I don't know how well you can hear me from the wind, but the last time I did this, the last time I fell over and did my knee in, was also the week before my half marathon in 2024. Exactly the same time. Literally, like 10 days before the race, I fell over. And this time, before my half marathon, 10 days before the race, I fell over. How? How have I done that? So I am not too impressed with myself right now. I'm in quite a bit of pain. I'm having to hide the pain, and I am very good. I am a chronic pain sufferer, so I am very good at hiding pain. Every step is a little bit of agony right now. Every time the wind touches my hand, it's a little bit of pain. I don't currently know if I'm going to be doing the 16k tomorrow because I don't know what condition my knee is going to be in. If it's in a bad condition, I might just have to try and do a 5k and just see how I go for the rest of the week, but
I am definitely in no position to do a 16k tomorrow now. Summit's against me. Summit is against me trying to do these big runs.
Hi. You just had breakfast. My God, look at that beak. You definitely just had breakfast. Hi, Larry. Oh, so it is now Saturday, and unfortunately I've not been able to go on my big 16k run thanks to my fall yesterday. My knee is still pretty swollen and really sore. I can walk on it perfectly fine, but I can't really straighten my leg without a bit of pain, and my ankles aren't 100% after the fall. So unfortunately I can't do any running today because you don't want to run on a sore knee, especially a swollen knee. Bad idea to do any exercise on a swollen knee. On top of that, I have also get off the camera. I've also sprained my wrist yesterday after my fall. Unfortunately, this hand has a massive bruise on it here, which you can't see, but God, I can feel it. It hurts a lot. Thank you, Lyra. And this wrist I have actually sprained. It is the most damaged wrist with a nice big chunk missing out of me on my hand. But I currently can't push it very far back without causing quite a bit of pain. So usually I can do the full 90 degrees, but that hurts. That hurts a lot. And I can't put any weight on it at all. So even though I can bend it to the position needed with some pain, I physically can't weight bear on it. So I was hoping that, and that hurts. That is usual. That hurts. That's as far as I can get it right now. Oh, which doesn't seem big, it doesn't seem dramatic, but I physically can't put any pressure on it. It's also slightly swollen because of the fall yesterday. So I was hoping if I couldn't run today because of my knee, I might be able to at least do some mobility training. But I'm not even going to be able to do mobility training with my wrist injured. So annoying. On top of that, we actually went to a Malaysian restaurant yesterday as a celebratory meal because it's my best friend's birthday on Monday. One of my best friend's birthday on Monday. And we quite often go for a meal because one of our friends from Scotland came down to see her. And we always go for a meal when they come down because we don't get to see them very often. Because it's a completely different country, technically. The food was delicious. The food was absolutely gorgeous. And I actually still have leftovers in the fridge, which I was going to have tomorrow for my dinner or my lunch. The downside with Malaysian food is it contains a lot of prawns and anchovies as part of the main meal. And unfortunately for Jason, he is actually allergic to prawns and some fish. You can have cod and haddock, but salmon, tuna, and we don't yet know exactly which other fish because we don't want to test it particularly. He doesn't do well with. And when we went to the Malaysian restaurant yesterday, his meal came with a side of anchovies and he was very careful and pushed them to one side. Unfortunately, he pushed them to the side with the fork that he was then using to eat with. And as he's finished his meal, he's felt a bit off. And then after we've come home, he's actually threw up twice overnight and is now semi-bedridden. He can't really stand up or be upright for long periods of time without feeling nauseous. So he's not been able to go on his 20k run today, unfortunately. So it doesn't look like either of us are going to be running our long runs this weekend and possibly not tomorrow either while Jason recovers from potential allergy illness and while I recover from my injuries from my fall yesterday. Because if I don't rest and recover from these injuries, I am not going to be able to do the race next week. Oh, I was really looking forward to doing that 16k today. I really wanted to try and do it. Oh well. We've got some fun plans for the rest of the day. We are celebrating Chinese New Year with my best friend. And Chinese New Year was technically last weekend. However, her birthday is actually on Monday. And we always celebrate Chinese New Year the weekend between her birthday and the actual Chinese New Year. So we are going down to hers today to spend the entire day with her and my friends celebrating Chinese New Year before coming home and enjoying a nice chill day tomorrow. Oh, say chill day. Recovery day. Definitely recovery day tomorrow. Unfortunately, that's it for this week. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And let's hope my knee and my wrist recover in time for me to actually get some training in this week.